Tonight on the Cox Ford Training Camp Show, the Saints get ready to come marching home after going through their final workout in West Virginia. In Lafayette, a shakeup on the offensive line. We'll hear from some of the key pieces that Mark Hudspeth has moved in his O-line puzzle. And ready or not, it's here. We'll take you on a tour of Ullman Stadium on the campus of Tulane University. And in high school football, a new head coach at Holy Cross who just happens to have a long history with the Tigers. It's 10 o'clock. Let's go camping.
The Cox Ford Training Camp Show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cox Ford Training Camp Show. I'm Eric Ritchie. So glad you're with us for the next 30 minutes as we go across the board Cox Ford style, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, and yes, New Orleans too. We'll kick it off tonight with the Saints' final scrimmage and final practice at the Greenbrier as camp wraps up in West Virginia. Really the highlight of the day was the goal line situations where the defense held the offense out of the end zone at least 8 of the 10 times, maybe 9 of 10.
It's good. I like the intensity. I thought it was very good. I thought, you get a chance when you look at the tape to see the specifics, but I liked that it was competitive. Obviously, there was some disagreement as to the one play. And that's pretty significant. Well, I think we got to look at the film. But I thought overall I was pleased with the tempo and the way the guys handled it. Well, we had 2 segments battling. So you had the first segment battling, then you had the second segment battling. The second segment was crystal clear. The first segment all gets back to that one play as to, typically you start a series and goal line somewhere inside the 3. So we'll look at the film, but I thought defensively they played with real good energy.
Anytime we're competing against the defense, it's a fun time. I think that we scored twice. They didn't give us that last one, but the defense is a great defense. We have a lot of great guys over there. So we knew that we had to bring it as an offense, and they challenge us each and every day, and we do the same in return. So, it was a great period.
Oh, no question. I'm pretty sure, once we get back to New Orleans, Sean will have another competition, for us to go against the offense, and he'll have something up his sleeve, but we'll be ready.
Your review.
Raphael Bush, you're right. And it was good to hear from Ben Grubbs, who did participate in team drills for the first time in camp in that goal line situation as he continues to recover from that lower back injury. Now, the big question with left guard Ben Grubbs is who's going to line up to his right at center, where Jonathan Goodwin and Tim Lolito continue to wage a spirited battle for starting honors.
You have 2 completely different players. Obviously the veteran with Jonathan and Tim being the young player. Both of them are handling it well. I think it's early. I think the next couple of weeks will be real important, but both of them are doing a good job. And I like the flexibility they each have because both of them have played guard. And ultimately, when it comes down to who the starter is and then who else is suiting up, it's important that there's some flexibility with that position.
The Cox Ford Training Camp Show is brought to you by Royal Honda, the dealership that's different. By the Brandner Law Firm, servicing clients throughout Louisiana. And by the Lafayette Convention and Visitors Commission, the happiest city in America.
Hey everybody, this is Walter Wild, General Sales Manager with Royal Honda. We've been supporting the black and gold since 1967, and we look forward to a great season in 2014. Go Saints!
Have you tasted Lafayette, home to the very best Cajun and Creole and everything that's hot? And by hot, we mean cool in cuisine. The gateway to world-famous Louisiana seafood, caught fresh daily in the Gulf of Mexico, and home to amazing chefs serving up delectable dishes daily. You'll find it all here. Cajun, Creole, acclaimed, undiscovered, spicy, delicate, white linen, paper napkin. Get to Lafayette and taste what you've been missing.
A tremendous amount of life happens in 50 years. During this past half-century, the Royal Automotive family dedicated our time to ensure a positive impact on everyone with whom we've come in contact. our team, their families, our community, and the customers we serve. Royal is proud to celebrate 50 years in business. A heartfelt thank you goes out to all our customers, past and present. As we begin another 50 years, Royal Honda will continue to earn the phrase, the dealership that's different.
Working on an offshore rig or boat can be a dangerous job. Fires, explosions, and collisions are only some of the risks that these workers face every day. I'm Michael Brander. At our firm, we understand the hardships that injury victims and their families face after an accident. Let us handle your case so we can help guide you on the road to recovery. Call us or visit our website to find out about your legal rights. The Brander Law Firm, fighting for justice.
Hey, Ascension, it's high school football time. Cox 4 is celebrating 13 years of live high school football games in our area. We're talking ESPN award-winning coverage. We've got you covered as our team brings you analysis on all the hard-hitting high school matchups. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and catch the latest videos and pics at cox4.tv. Don't miss live, local award-winning football only on Cox 4.
The Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns Report is brought to you by the Lafayette Convention and Visitors Commission, the happiest city in America. Last week on the Cox 4 Training Camp show, we featured the Quave brothers, a pair of all Sun Belt Conference selections on that Ragin' Cajuns offensive line. Well, in basically a game of musical chairs, the Quave brothers are about the only two that actually are staying put. Now, follow me on this one. All camp so far, there's been a pair of players battling for the center position. Neither one won the job. That honor goes to left guard Terry Johnson, who goes from left guard to center. One of those two centers moves to right tackle. The right tackle moves to left guard. Here's head coach Mark Hudspeth to explain a little bit more.
It's going to take a little time to come together. Terry, though, is very smart. He knows his scheme. The thing that probably we've got to do more than anything is get Terry in game shape. He missed about 4 weeks of summer conditioning, so he's probably not in the same shape as everybody else. But overall, this unit's confident, and more importantly, I think the group is confident in Terry. Because they know that he can get it done. He plays with good tempo. He's loud. He's authoritative. So I think it's going to work out well.
Terry's always been a smart guy on the offensive line. He started off in the this spring as the starting center until he went down with an injury. So, I mean, he knows his material. He knows the mics to point out. And just like today when he pointed one out long, I helped him out with it, and we moved forward from that, and we'll learn from it on the film today.
I really just expected it out the gate, especially those 4 snaps that I got in the scrimmage, you know. I knew Grant was doing a good job, and I trust Grant. I trusted that he was going to be a good center, but as of right now, you know, he just didn't have the weight up as of right now. And Coach said, man, I know the offense, I'm a natural leader. He says, like, the O-line revolves around me, and I just took that as a compliment. I said, all right, I'm on it. I'm on it right now. Probably like before this, I probably 5 snaps of center my entire career on the field.
You're snapping to Terrence. How's that whole center to quarterback exchange going?
It feels good. I mean, Terrence trusts me, and I trust him. You know, we have an agreement. Like, I have a respect for him. You know, I trust him. He's a leader, and, you know, we see each other as equals.
Now, if you look closely at those Ragin' Cajun helmets, you'll notice a stripe down the middle, a white piece of tape or a black piece of tape. Now, there's a reason behind it, and once again, let's let Coach Hudspeth explain.
Everybody has a stripe on their helmet so we can see their heads, and you can tell exactly pre-snap where their eyes are and things like that. The guys with the black stripes are the true freshmen, and so they have to earn the right to get their black stripe off their helmets. And if they have a big brother, and when the big brother recommends that he loses his black stripe, he'll get to take the black stripe off. If he doesn't work hard, if he misses meetings and he's not accountable, he may have that black stripe on all year.
Now, ironically, the odd man out of the musical chairs battle on the offensive line just happened to be the first of the newcomers to earn the right to lose his black stripe.
Eddie Gordon, the junior college center, got to remove his black stripe tonight, so now he's officially part of the team. He's a guy that's worked awfully hard since he's gotten here. He's worked hard during camp, been responsible, and not just worked hard in practice. You know, he's on time for all his meetings. He does all the extra. He does what it takes, and he's understanding what it means to be a Ragin' Cajun. So he got to remove his stripe, so happy for him.
What did that mean to you?
I mean, that felt good that Terry felt that I was putting a lot of work in. I feel like I was part of the team. That meant a lot to me. What went into it? What did Terry lobby and tell the team why you should lose that?
Well, he told me that when I came here in the summer, I was real, you know what I'm saying, like real ready to learn, and I was eager. I was like meeting in the film room with him. So I guess that was the big thing.
Tulane going with a practice this morning at Newman High School. And while the quarterback position may now be settled, there's several other positions that are still up for grabs. Defensive line, kicker, and at running back. That's where Curtis Johnson told us this morning after practice that he's comfortable going with the running back by committee. Is it Sherman's job to lose?
No, I think all those guys are going to play. I like what Sherman's doing. I'm looking at Lezedrick. He's going to play a lot. You know, it'll be a committee. Rounds is having the best camp ever, and so is Dontrell Hilliard. So all those guys are playing very, very well.
I mean, it feels great. We're all talented. We're all brothers. You know, we see our room and our meeting room as a brotherhood. You know, we're family. We're all good. When one goes down, we all go down. When I have a bad day, we all have a bad day. So we're all just together. I feel personally that I bring more speed and open field ability to score in the open field.
What's your feelings on being part of this committee?
Everyone in our room is capable of running the ball. We all have our own talents, you know. So, you know, we all just have to find our role. I think the hardest thing probably is the mental part. You know, first I came out with an ACL injury, then I came back and injured my meniscus. So it's just basically a mental thing. St. Charles, I tore my ACL, my meniscus in the last post game, and then I tore my meniscus last year. Rehab, you know, it's hard because of rehab, but you know, I work hard every day so I can get back on the field as soon as possible.
What has it been like to kind of come back from both of these knee injuries?
It's been great. You know, I try not to think about it because, you know, just come out here, I just want to play.
I'm just trying to, you know, improve from my freshman year, sophomore year. I played both years, so I'm just trying to, you know, show improvement each year, in which I feel that I've done, and that comes with the O-line. Coach is getting them right in there, blocking the best that they ever blocked. So, you know, it's going to take time with everything.
You know, it's been a glimmer in Rick Dixon's eye for the better part of a decade, but now an on-campus stadium is a reality at Tulane. Earlier this week, the new conference commissioner paid a visit to Tulane. He got a tour of the new Yulman Stadium, and we went along for the ride with Rick Dixon, the athletic director, as our tour guide.
I'm extremely excited to be here in New Orleans and here at beautiful Yulman Stadium.
It's known as the Glazer Family Club, and it's really the highest end finish and most really elaborate luxury part of the stadium. The theme down here is everything's all-inclusive. This is your all-inclusive vacation right here. This is pretty neat seating, pretty neat area. The idea is, you know, to have kind of a replication of what we do indoors in the Glazer, but on a different scale outdoors here. Actually, we have two levels here. This is the lower level, and then up above us, the upper level. And then if you look at the opposite end zone, there's another deck, but there's only one level there. So we got 3 outdoor hospitality decks.
There's not a bad seat anywhere. End zone seats are great seats. Sideline seats are great seats. Second deck seats are great seats. I think people are really going to be pleased and impressed with just the quality of the sight lines.
The old stadium, that's what they did, was the checkerboard.
I love the checkerboard.
Yeah, me too.
The fans love it.
Yeah.
People who can remember, too, will really love it.
The student section is, which we're referring to as the Michael Bowe student section. Who's a former Tulane student. And we'll be in the south end zone up against our Riley Recreation Center. And it seats approximately 5,000. This is our Iberia bunker suite. And, you know, it's something we wanted to try. The only other stadium I'm aware of, a football stadium right now that's done it, is the Dallas Cowboys. So this is our rendition of it right here. Pretty nice size area here. We'll handle up to about 50 people. It's got the full service bar behind it. The concept behind this was it's kind of the upgraded sideline pass. And then there's 50 seats right in this section right over here that are connected. In other words, the 50 people that'll be here on game day also have 50 outdoor seats.
I look forward to returning for the opening of Yulman Stadium, and we look forward to many more visits to this great university and to this great city. Thank you.
I'm with the commissioner and Rick Dixon on this one. I love the checkerboard end zone. Now, Tulane opens the season on the road at Tulsa on August 28th, but then the big date to remember, the home opener September 6th against Georgia Tech. Time for us to take a break, but when the Cox Ford Training Camp show returns, we'll talk LSU football and in particular quarterback Brandon Harris. We'll be right back.
Our daddy works hard for the injured because he cares and wants to help people. If you've been injured, call the Brander Law Firm. Non-attorney spokesperson. Duh!
For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top-quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
Hey, New Orleans, it's high school football time. Cox 4 is celebrating 6 years of live high school football games in our area. Holy Cross, Warren Easton, St. Augustine, Jesuit. You get the picture. It's live and exclusive on the Cox 4 Game of the Week. We've got you covered as our team brings you analysis on all the hard-hitting high school matchups. For the latest videos and pics, check us out on Twitter and Facebook or head on over to cox4.tv.
Have you tasted Lafayette, home to the very best Cajun and Creole and everything that's hot? And by hot, we mean cool in cuisine. The gateway to world-famous Louisiana seafood, caught fresh daily in the Gulf of Mexico, and home to amazing chefs serving up delectable dishes daily. You'll find it all here. Cajun, Creole, acclaimed, undiscovered, spicy, delicate, white linen, paper napkin. Get to Lafayette and taste what you've been missing.
What's the relationship like with you and Brendan as you guys kind of develop and learn this offense together?
Oh yeah, I mean we're trying to help each other. You know, when he does something that I know, you know, that I did last year, and I try to help him, and so he won't make the same mistakes. You know, anytime I can help somebody else to become a better player, a better person, that's what I'm gonna do.
Both quarterbacks continue to say the right things. Anthony Jennings and Brandon Harris actually both split reps today as the LSU Tigers really got their first look at the expanded Tiger Stadium, a 50-play scrimmage. As promised, the next couple of shows, we're going to break it down, hear from those freshmen from Media Day. Next up, it's quarterback Brandon Harris.
Yeah, I mean, it's just learning offense. I mean, we haven't had one scrimmage. Everybody's been a teaching week, and I think that's how that goes. I mean, we haven't done anything as far as scrimmaging or anything like that. I mean, obviously quarterbacks are not live during practice or anything like that. We've just been, trying to build around each other, learn the offense. We got Malachi, Trey, Avery, everybody, Traven, all these guys that we're all just trying to get on the same page. Even though I know that may sound crazy, but we were doing everything in the summer, but it's a difference when you put the pads on and you actually got a defensive line and your offensive line are going and doing their things. You got to get everything on time and so you can know, hey, I'm going to hit you right here and this and that. So it's adjustment.
Can you talk about the picture you put on Twitter of the empty Tiger Stadium and just kind of almost in awe of what it would be like to lead this football team with the 104,000? Oh my God. I wake up obviously I dream about it every single day, but I know it's not just going to be me. It's going to be a total team effort. It's just amazing. I look at where I am now compared to where I was when I first got here, and to get an opportunity to just even play in front of that crowd is unbelievable. And I was telling Coach Cam and the rest of the quarterback group, it seemed like every time I walk in that stadium, I get chills. And I don't know if it's the same for everybody else around here, but whether it's having a crowd or when I was here for a recruiting trip, I just get chills. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable experience.
Multiple things they got to improve on, and only time helps that. Now, the good news here, the competition is so stiff every day in practice, you can improve in 2 to 2.5 hours like you can't believe because of the pressure you're under here every day. I've seen as much improvement in our quarterbacks this week as I've ever seen in a group of quarterbacks in that small a time frame.
Hey, Louisiana, it's high school football time. Cox 4 is celebrating 13 years of live high school games in our area. Central, Woodlawn, Catholic, Parkview, you get the picture. It's live and exclusive on the Cox 4 Game of the Week. Fast moving and big on fun. We've got you covered as our team brings you analysis on all the hard-hitting high school matchups. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and catch the latest videos and pics at cox4.tv. Don't miss live, local, award-winning football only on Cox 4.
For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top-quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
At the Brandner Law Firm, we work hard to protect your rights. If you or a loved one were involved in an accident resulting in serious injuries or even death, call us or visit our website. The Brandner Law Firm, fighting for justice.
A tremendous amount of life happens in 50 years. During this past half-century, the Royal Automotive family dedicated our time to ensure a positive impact on everyone with whom we've come in contact. Our team, their families, our community, and the customers we serve. Royal is proud to celebrate 50 years in business. A heartfelt thank you goes out to all our customers, past and present. As we begin another 50 years, Royal Honda will continue to earn the phrase, the dealership that's different.
The High School Spotlight is brought to you by the Brandner Law Firm, representing clients throughout Louisiana. Coaching changes in 2 of the 6 Catholic League teams heading into the 2014 season. Like a Jesuit, where Mark Sanji is back with the Blue Jays for take 2, Holy Cross in good hands as Eric Rabato, the Tigers defensive coordinator for over a decade, steps into the role as head coach. For the past 2 seasons, Holy Cross went all the way to the state semifinals, playing tough, opportunistic football. Both seasons, they were denied, coming up on the short end of hard-fought games. In the offseason, a shakeup. Head coach Barry Wilson retired from the coaching ranks and became the athletic director, while longtime defensive coordinator Eric Rabato is now the head coach.
Let's go, on the move, on the move, on the move. A little different. It's been fun. It's, having Coach Wilson still here as a guide, as AD, has been a true help. I've been able to go over there and, get advice and different things and get a little better as a coach as we go along. Let's go, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Before you could, you're worried about being as good a defense as you could be. Now you have to see every part of the game, including special teams.
I love Coach Rabato. He's very aggressive and he picks practice up a lot. When things are down, he'll make sure everybody goes around and works hard.
Stay on, stay on. Yes, sir.
Well, we have to really listen to our coaches and make sure we do exactly what they do and have fun on the field. And we have to come together as a unit and have a common goal as to win.
It's going very well. We're more aggressive. We're going to be a run-first team this year. Make sure we got our ground attack first, then we put the ball in the air. We're just different legacy now. It's his era. We're just trying to win. Personally, I just try to work on my routes. The deep ball is not going to be our best thing this year. I'm working on my intermediate, medium routes. Try to get my speed faster, get my mental conditioning straight. Everything's part of football.
You've seen Holy Cross on Cox Ford New Orleans in each of the past 2 years. You'll see him again this year, week 2 against Sulphur. Our guest analyst when the Cox Ford Training Camp show wraps up.
Working on an offshore rig or boat can be a dangerous job. Fires, explosions, and collisions are only some of the risks that these workers face every day. I'm Michael Brandner. At our firm, we understand the hardships that injury victims and their families face after an accident. Let us handle your case so we can help guide you on the road to recovery. Call us or visit our website to find out about your legal rights. The Brandner Law Firm, fighting for justice.
A tremendous amount of life happens in 50 years. During this past half-century, the Royal Automotive family dedicated our time to ensure a positive impact on everyone with whom we've come in contact. Our team, their families, our community, and the customers we serve. Royal is proud to celebrate 50 years in business. A heartfelt thank you goes out to all our customers, past and present. As we begin another 50 years, Royal Honda will continue to earn the phrase, the dealership that's different.
For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top-quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
Hey, Ascension, it's high school football time. Cox 4 is celebrating 13 years of live high school football games in our area. We're talking ESPN award-winning coverage. We've got you covered as our team brings you analysis on all the hard-hitting high school matchups. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and catch the latest videos and pics at cox4.tv. Don't miss live, local, award-winning football only on Cox 4.
The best way to describe tonight's guest analyst is that he's been recruiting since before recruiting was cool. We're talking about Tiger Bait's Mike Scarborough.
Mike Scarborough at TigerBait.com. I'm the publisher and recruiting analyst. Been covering LSU football and recruiting since the early 90s. Full-fledged website at TigerBait.com. Recruiting, football, basketball, baseball, everything LSU. We think we have you covered. I thought that there was a market for it. It wasn't very well covered at the time. At the time, there was only Tiger Rag magazine. And of course, the internet. I was on the ground floor, and it was really just a big timing issue. I think the key for LSU's season, they've got to be mistake-free. They got to be plus in the turnover margin. I think offensively, they're going to be very conservative until they get the quarterbacks and the receivers where they want them to be. But really, the defense has got to step up from where they were last year. They're going to want to not get in some shootout games and try to have to outscore people. I think they're going to have to be conservative. And certainly, when you see Malachi Dupuis and Trey Quinn, whether it's Harris or Jennings, I think both will play, but really it's going to be probably mid-season before I think this offense comes into its own. The days of freshmen being not mature enough physically are gone. It's the mental part for these guys. And I think this group this year, the class of 2014 that are here now, I think that you're going to see as big a number of true freshmen that play in this class than any other year, and certainly that's because of the needs at particular positions. Now that the practice is, our access is kind of limited, it's really just trying to talk to players and getting a feel for what they're experiencing each day, and we try to put that in our stories for all of our subscribers. And I think, and probably our interaction, myself, Brian Lazar, and the staff at Tiger Bait, I think we do as good a job as anybody doing that. Just go to TigerBait.com. Different parts of the year will give you a free trial subscription, but I think if you're an LSU fan, you want to come to TigerBait.com, see what we have to offer, and I think you'll stick around because between our message boards, our chat rooms, the things we provide leading up to game day, our game coverage, I think it's second to none.
Does a great job. Mike, thanks so much. And again, a wealth of knowledge. TigerBait.com. They keep you dialed in. They have been doing it for years, and they continue to do so. That'll put a wrap to this week's show. But again, we tell you a little bit about the Cox 4 Training Camp show. We do it every night. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 p.m. fresh shows, Tuesday and Thursday replays. We're doing it across the board on Cox 4, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans. The big story again today, the Saints wrapping up training camp in West Virginia. They'll come home for Friday's preseason home opener against the Tennessee Titans, which, of course, as always, can be seen on Cox Sports Television. Also, at Lafayette, they've switched up centers. Terry Johnson, the left guard, has moved into the center role. And LSU, a 50-play scrimmage where both quarterbacks played 50-50. That'll do it for now. Thanks so much.